not the articulation. You are sharp, you know your stuff, you are that sharp, smart professional. You've done the work, you've studied the facts, you've mastered the details. Everybody's saying you are good, but when it's time to speak, you freeze, you fumble, you fall flat. Not because you don't know, but because your mouth can't keep up with your mind. This is not about fear, this is about speech agility. That's the missing link. I'm talking about the ability to think, frame, and fire off your thoughts smoothly, clearly, and confidently. You're welcome to the Smart Speaking Short Break series. If this is a challenge for you, then today's live is for you. Today, I'll be teaching you what you do when you have the answer, but not the articulation. How to build that articulation really fast, even though you were meant to do that on your feet. You're welcome to today's Smart Speaking Short Break series, and I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, the one who is sent to help busy professionals like you master 3 LI skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. You are welcome to today's conversation. Today, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine that you are in a boardroom, the CEO asks for your input, you know the answer, you can see it in your head, but the words, oh, the words, they scatter like birds. Or you are on a podcast, the host throws a surprise question to you, your mind races, your tongue stalls, your audience sees hesitation, not brilliance. Here's the kicker. People do not rate what you know, they rate what you show. If your articulation falters, your credibility drops, even when your knowledge is flawless. We cannot rate what you know. We're not in your head. What we can rate is what you show, what you say with your mouth, what is shown in your speech. And it's with that we can rate you. Again, you're welcome to today's live section. Today, I'm going to give you a solution. If you've been in this place before, you've experienced this scenario before, I have been there as well, but I've been able to articulate myself so well that my speech can be done at any time, no matter how impromptu that happens. I always say that impromptu speech can never happen to any smart speaker. Again, you're welcome to today's live session. Share this live with someone, hit the subscribe button, let them know it's amazing today. Now, the truth is, I want to show you why this happens. Why this keeps happening is the fact that 85% of professionals admit that they've left a meeting thinking, I knew the answer, but I didn't say it well. This had happened to me severally before now. Oh, I knew the answer. Like I could bet to my life that yes, I knew the answer. I knew it. But I left that meeting and I did not say what it is that I wanted to say. And it wasn't because of fear. It wasn't because of ignorance, no, but because of 6 hidden blockers of real-time articulation. And those 6 hidden blockers, I'll be sharing them with you. Because when I identified these 6 hidden blockers, guess what happened to me? I was able to take them off the way, and then I was able to fix them as well. And I'll show you what I used to fix these hidden blockers. Now, I want to help you identify them, name the blockers, see them, so you can tell, you can know that, okay, these are the blockers that block your articulation, especially times when you are called to give a speech impromptu. You were not told. You know those moments you say things like, Coach, you don't get it. They just called me. I wasn't the one that was meant to give that speech. Why would she do that to me? Now she says I couldn't speak well. I was taken aback. I was taken impromptu. Listen, I'll be sharing with you the 6 blockers that I found. You know what you're saying, right? I had said it before. I had said it before now that nobody should do that to me. How dare you? How dare you call me impromptu? I wasn't ready. You didn't tell me. You should have told me that that is what you wanted me to do. So I get myself ready. I've said all of that. But guess what? It didn't solve the problem. I had to sit, go through sessions, build up myself, identify the blockers that are holding my articulation. Because guess what I found? I also found out that there were people who could navigate these situations. There are people that could be called and they'll just go, they'll just flow. So I had to tell myself, as opposed to claiming that I was taking impromptu, how about I learn to never be taken impromptu? How about I identify what it is that made me to be found in a place where I was caught impromptu, and then take off those blockers so that I can become a smart speaker myself. So that was what I found. And I want to be sharing with you the 6 blockers, 6 whys professionals struggle, and I'll be giving you the 6 pieces for each of this challenge. Hello, excellent. Hello, everybody. Hit the subscribe button. We'll go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m. for the Smart Speaking Short Break series. And today is interesting because I'll be showing you what to do to make a better articulated speech. I'll be showing you what to do when you have the answer and how to articulate your answer well. Now, we're beginning today with the fact that there are 6 blockers that are the reasons professionals struggle with their speech articulation, and I'll be showing you 6 ways to fix each of these blockers as well. Hit the subscribe button. You will love being here today. Number 1, let's go. Sorry about that. Number 1, let's go through the 6 blockers, and I'll show you 6 ways to fix them. Number 1, are you with your journal and your pen? Are you with your journal and your pen? You need to note this down. Share this live with someone as well. Hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Number 1, thank you. Mental clutter. Your brain, oh yes, I can see it. You're with your, go, good. I love this comment section. I love this people here today. I love it. Number 1 is mental clutter. So your brain is a browser with too many tabs open. When you have mental clutter, what's happening is that there are too many tabs opened in your brain. You can't find the right words fast that way. You know why? Because you are sorting through too many thoughts. Now, let me show you how to fix that. Before I show you how to fix that, hit the subscribe button. Share this live with someone. See, this is meant to be a paid session, but I'm giving it to you for free. So it's not something you should keep to yourself alone. And then block out your time. Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. we're live. Saturdays, we're live at 7 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. Saturdays at 7 p.m. You should be here every day because at the Smart Speakers Academy, we teach you 3 major skills that can help any allied professional become unshakably confident. And that is smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. But all through August, we've been on the Smart Speaking Short Break series, so we've been teaching you everything to make you a smart speaker. No, not public speaker. Leave that to your children. Thank you. Yes, mental clutter is the part where your brain is a browser and it has too many tabs. Thank you, excellence. Now, how do you fix mental clutter? It's simple. Learn to filter ideas into one core thought before speaking. For instance, I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of things. I'll be sharing with you 6 clutter, 6 ways to fix it. I'll be giving you how to think on your feet when you're caught impromptu. A lot of things I want to teach you today. But guess what? The whole idea for today is into one core thought. What is that? Articulation in speech. That's all I want to teach today. So I understand that there's a lot you want to talk about, but what is your core message? You know, it's in the proverb that it said that the one who has knowledge uses words with restraint. So how you use your words is dependent on the knowledge that you have, the knowledge of the core of the message you want to share. So sort through the noise happening in your brain, sort through the too many tabs opened in your brain, and filter ideas into one core thought before you speak. Yes, that's it. I've given you the first clutter that is happening, the first struggle, the first blocker that blocks the articulation of speech for a busy professional. And I've shown you how to fix it. Number 2, the second blocker holding you down from making an articulated speech is over preparation or under preparation. So there are 2. Most times you are either over prepared or under prepared. Now I get it, okay? It's only the prepared speaker that is permitted to be confident, yeah? It's only the permitted speaker that is permitted to speak smart. However, you shouldn't overdo it and you shouldn't underdo it. Let me explain. Professionals go as far as memorizing lines like scripts. That is over preparation. Others just wing it. That is under preparation. So they do not get ready at all. They just say, you know what, let's just go. It's not, I'll just give it. You said I should talk about internal revenue system, right? I know it. I've been here. I've been with the internal revenue of our state. Calm down. You cannot wing it. You cannot wing it. And then you cannot memorize lines like scripts. No, you can't do that. Scripts make you stiff. On the other hand, Winging it makes you wonder. How do you fix this? Use talking points, not necessarily paragraphs. Use bullet points. Bullet point your ideas. Leave room for natural flow. The more natural you sound, the more articulated your thoughts, the better understood your audience will be. Hit the subscribe button. I know that this is some value for you already. Share this with someone. That's why I said come with your journal and your pen, because you are going to be leaving with so much value today. Now, that is the second blocker I've shared with you. The second blocker that blocks out articulation in speech for busy professionals. Number 3, lack of word flow training. Word flow is trained and learned. Now, it is until you have built word flow that you can actually articulate your speech no matter where you are speaking or before whom you are speaking. You have to train your word flow. And this is what we do in our smart speaking course, which, by the way, it's about 9 days to go or 8 days to go. They're about, team. Just 9 days to go. Okay, 9 days to go to the smart speaking course. You want to register for that class. If you do not know how, just put in the comment section smart, and we would definitely reach out to you, or use the numbers on our profile here on YouTube, and you'll be able to reach out to us. Hit the subscribe button. You will get more details all the time on how to navigate to get into the smart speaking course. It's going to be 30 days and it's 100% virtual. This is where you learn to unlock confidence, communication, and commanding room power. Now, your tongue is like an untrained muscle. You can know 1,000 words, but you can only recall 50 under pressure. Remember the last time you were under pressure, right? So you want to actually build what we call word flow. Okay. For the sake of this live, how do you fix the lack of word flow training? Daily 10-minute articulation drills. This will help you. Take a time daily to do some tongue twisters, some quick summaries. Get yourself into systems where you do summaries, 30-second responses to random prompts. These are ways to build and train for word flow. So that way your words can flow no matter the situation you find yourself. If you lack word flow training, you will keep getting stuck. You will keep suffering the articulation of speech issues that you have always had. Of course, and today I'm sharing with you the 6 blockers and how to fix them. Why professionals struggle. And I'm giving you the 6 fixes for this struggle. We've talked about mental clutter. We've talked about over preparation or under preparation. Now, number 3, I just talked about the lack of word flow training. Let's go to number 4, fear of sounding unclear. This is second guessing mid-sentence. This one, right? I remember a professional reached out to me a few days ago and she said to me, I don't know why I get ready for a speech, but I get midway and I begin to second guess myself. I begin to feel like I'm not the one that should be saying this, or I'm not good enough to say this. They also find out that I'm fraud. You know that voice, that inner imposter syndrome voice that keeps telling you in your head that you're not good enough. Don't say that. You're not good enough. Or that voice that keeps asking you, this thing you're saying now, does it sound right? And then suddenly to you, it doesn't anymore. The fear of sounding unclear is real. And that fear can block you from being articulated in your speech. It's hindering the articulation that you're looking for. So this is why every time you speak, you want to speak, you get yourself ready, you are not articulated in your speech. You cannot feel the articulation. I remember that each time, this is one compliment I keep getting. Each time I give a speech or I write, the first thing people say is, you are well articulated in your speech. This is because I've been able to bury this fear of sounding unclear. I don't have that problem. And then, hey, I was there. Okay, so I get it. I understand that if this fear is there, you cannot sound articulated. Something will keep telling you your head, does this sound right? Leave this thing you're saying. You're talking like the world can hear you, but in you, you're second guessing yourself. Sometimes you're third guessing yourself, if there's something like that. So how do you fix this? Train yourself to speak in short, sharp sentences. Clarity beats complexity. So begin with short 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Someone reached out to me yesterday and she said, she's a coach, and she said, I want to start going live. I want to start having sessions where I talk to people, but I think that something in my head is telling me that I'm not good enough. You know what I said to her? I said, okay, let's begin with 2 minutes. Let's begin with 5 minutes. Just do 5 minutes with Coach D every day, or once in a week, or twice in a month. 5 minutes podcast or something. What we want to beat is that voice. We want to silence that fear of sounding unclear. So if you're in that space, you want to fix it by training yourself to speak in short, sharp sentences, because clarity beats complexity. This is how you get to silence that voice totally. Hit the subscribe button. I know that this is of value for you and you're wondering, all of this for a free live session? Yes, I'm that kind. Hit the subscribe button. Share this live with someone. That's the way you can pay us. Hit the subscribe button. Share this live with someone that should be here, and let them know that, hey, there's a way to speak smart as a business professional. Okay. Number 5, the fifth blocker. The fifth blocker hindering professionals from sounding articulated and smart in their speech is the lack of real-time thinking practice. Real-time thinking practice is a problem for busy professionals because, number 1, they are actually busy. Now I get it. And if I say to you, when last did you actually take time to do real-time thinking? You say things like, I'm busy. I don't have that time. Let me explain to you how to fix that. It's part of the reason, in fact, it's one of the basic reasons you're struggling with articulation in your speech. Now, I'll explain to you what you want to do for me is hit the subscribe button, share this live with someone to join this conversation. We're talking about how to be more articulated in your speech. And I've mentioned to you the 6 blockers that hinder articulation in speech. And for each blocker, I'm giving you a way to fix it. I've given you 1 to 5. Number 1, I said mental clutter. Number 2, over preparation or under preparation. Number 3, the lack of word flow training. Number 4, the fear of sounding unclear. Number 5, the lack of real-time thinking practice. And now, yes, we're on number 5. You see, what happens is that professionals, you've trained for presentations, but not for interruptions, not for impromptu questions. 3 days ago, I was at a meeting and I saw professionals say, please don't do Q&A session. We don't want it. Because professionals don't want to put themselves in a place where they're going to think. They're going to have real-time thought practice. Because the thing is, with presentations, you get ready and then you come. But with Q&A, anything can come from anywhere at any time. How do you fix it? It can happen. So how do you fix it? Fix it by practicing impromptu speaking. Let me give you one method. Pick a random word. Speak about it for 30 seconds without a pause. Please put it for me in the comment section. What word do you want to speak about for the next 30 seconds? Let's play this game. Let me know in the comment section. What word do you want to speak about in the next 30 seconds? One random word. Pick it. Let me know in the comment section, what word did you pick? Have you hit the subscribe button? Let's play this game together. This is one game that can help you beat impromptu speaking all the time. You can beat it by practicing impromptu speaking. This way you can always beat impromptu speech. Let me know in the comment section, what random word would you pick so that you can speak about it for 30 seconds without a pause? Now, when you do this, one thing that happens to you is you begin to unlock the power of impromptu speech. This is why I keep saying that for a smart speaker, you cannot be caught impromptu. I just gave you the trick for never being caught impromptu. Practice it and let me know. Hit the subscribe button. I'm giving you value, right? Share this live with someone that should be here. Okay, number 6, the 6th blocker of articulation of speech as a professional is no feedback loop. Stop doing programs or shows or speech presentations that you do not go back to rewatch or to go back to listen to them. When you never listen to yourself, you can never improve. Put it for me in the comment section. When you never listen to yourself, you can never improve. It was some weeks ago, I was listening to a particular speaker, And he said, anytime I give a speech or I preach anywhere, I ensure that before that day runs out, I replay what I said. I listen to it. This is how to build yourself. This is how to build articulation in your speech. If you never go back to listen to yourself, you can never improve. Take it from me. So, feed yourself with feedback loop. Have you hit the subscribe button? Have you shared this live with someone? This is the kind of feedback that I need now. But for you looking for articulation in your speech, you need a feedback loop that tells you how you sound, how you have grown in your articulation so that you can improve. Record yourself, review, and refine. I just gave you 3 hours to use for getting feedback loop every time you go for a presentation. Record, review, refine. Ask for the recording of that 5-minute introduction that you did at that pitch 2 days ago, 3 weeks ago. Let them send it to you. Review it and then refine. Speakers like Barack Obama, Brené Brown, what they did is they kept on reviewing their own tapes to sharpen delivery. So don't just produce or create a content and you don't go back to listen to yourself. You need to go back, listen to yourself. And if you've not given a speech before, set your camera before you and record. Record for 10 minutes, record for 15 minutes, record for 30 minutes. When you are done, keep it. In 2-3 days, come back and review it and then refine it. From your review, you find out that, oh, I speak too fast. From your review, you find out that, oh, there are no pauses in my speech. From your review, be able to identify that, oh, I do not do so much of audience engagement. There was a time I did a review of a speech I gave, and I said to myself, I think the points were too much for the audience and the time I was given. Then I had to go review myself and do it again and again. If you do not do it this way, you would lack the articulation you're looking for in your speech. And let me say this real quickly. Articulation in speech grows. It grows. You may be articulated at 30% today. You have the capacity to be more articulated in the time to come. So keep on working on the feedback loop. Record, review, and refine. Hit the subscribe button. I know that this is some value for you. Yeah, share this with someone who needs to be on this conversation. Now, let's get into the real conversation of the day. The art of thinking on your feet. I've given you the 6 blockers that blocks you away from giving articulated speeches, right? Now, let's talk about thinking on your feet, because thinking on your feet is a different kind of conversation. You know, most times people say things like, I don't want to, he put me to just think on my feet. I don't like it. But you know what? As a busy professional, you are in a professional workspace. Thinking on your feet would happen to you again and again and again. The earlier you get ready to face it, the better. So just say to yourself, I will do it. This is what I would do. I'll get ready for thinking on my feet. Now that I've exposed to you the 6 blockers and their fixes, let's go deeper. Let's talk about thinking on your feet. The ability to deliver sharp responses in real time without spiraling. And I'll be giving you this with what I call the Think framework. So it's with the acronym THINK, THINK. So I'll be giving you 5 ways to think on your feet, THINK. Are you ready with your journal and your pen? Have you hit the subscribe button? Have you shared this live with someone? Let me give you T. If you've done that, thank you. And now take my T for thanks. And now my T for the Think framework is take a pause. The world rewards speed. I get it. But speech rewards composure. This world rewards speed. Go fast. Give it. Let it. Speech rewards composure. So pause. Take a deep breath. Buy your brain a second or more to sort ideas. That way, it will be able to think. You have been put to think on your feet. The first thing you want to do is think. Think. T for take a pause. You are asked a difficult question during a live Q&A. Calm down. I know you want to prove to the audience that you are the boss when it comes to structural engineering. You've been flown in three continents away to come for this meeting of engineers, and you're not going to play small. I get it. Now they put you on this Q&A panel session and you want to show the stuff you've made of. I get it. However, you are asked a difficult question. You know it. But instead of rushing, take a pause. You can take a pause and you are still talking. You can say something like, great question. Let me unpack it for a moment. You see this pause, right? This pause signals confidence, not confusion. Plus, you are buying your brain some time to think on its feet. See, 1.5 second pause can improve clarity of thought by 40%. Just 1.5%. Just 1.5 second of thought. Of pausing to actually think through your thoughts. It can improve your clarity of thoughts by 40%. Now, not to talk of you take up to 2 seconds or more. You are giving your brain time to improve clarity of thought by 40 to 50%. So, the next time you want to think on your feet, remember the Think framework by Coach Grace, and T stands for take a pause. Take a pause by saying this sentence. Great question. Let me unpack it for a moment. As you're saying this, you are actually thinking on your feet. H, let's go for hate. And before we go to hate, I hope you've hit the subscribe button. I hope you share this live with someone that should be here. H highlights the core idea. There are so many things you want to share, so many things you want to say, but you need to identify the single key point you must deliver. What is the main thing you don't want to lose out? Filter the noise, focus on essence. You know, when Apple launched the first iPhone, Steve Jobs didn't say, we are releasing a mobile phone, iPod, and internet communicator. That's not what he said. What did he say? He said, today, Apple reinvents the phone. One core idea delivered simply. If he went about saying, you know what? Apple has reinvented. Now we have an iPod. Now we have a mobile phone. Now we have internet communicator. That is noise. Filter the noise. Focus on essence. One core idea. He just said, Apple reinvents the phone. One core idea, delivered simply, message gotten. Hit the subscribe button. I know that this is so much of value. Hit the subscribe button. Share this live with someone that should be here. I'm teaching you how to think on your feet using the Think framework, Think. And I said T, when you are put on the spotlight and you need to think on your feet, the first thing to do is T, take a pause. And I've explained that already. H highlights the core idea. Now let's go to I. Before we go to I, have you shared with someone? Have you told someone to come join this live conversation? Have you hit the subscribe button? I illustrate quickly. I know that if you've been joining our live sessions, you know that I have said a lot about illustration, about painting stories, about painting pictures. See, paint a picture. Use a story. You know, in hate, I was just talking about how to highlight your core idea, and I used a story to drive it home. Steve Jobs' story and when the iPhone was done, and how Steve Jobs presented it to the market without saying so much things, by simply highlighting the core idea. So you can relate to it. I'm not just giving you fluff, right? So you want to illustrate quickly. Paint a picture. Instead of saying our new mattress contains orthopedic properties, it contains durability content that can last more than 20 years. You're trying to advertise your mattress, right? What if you go up to pitch that mattress and you say, imagine a mattress that is both comfort, reliability, like you are painting a picture to the people. They can relate to what this can do for them. Add an example. Illustration helps the audience see what you mean instantly. It's like every time Jesus talks, he used parables. He used short, vivid stories to make complex truths simple. So the next time you are meant to think on your feet, illustrate quickly. Hit the subscribe button. I'm giving you value, right? Share this with someone that should be here. They put Jesus on a think on a feet moment. They put him on a think on the feet moment when they came to meet him about tax paying. And instead, he gave them analogy. He gave them a story. He brought out the coin, the penny. And he looked at it and he said, whose inscription is this? Whose is this? He was trying to paint a picture so they can relate, and then he finally said, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Since the face or the image you have there is Caesar, so it's for Caesar. He was trying to paint a picture. He was trying to make the complex truths, because even the people that came to ask him that question, right, they know the truth. He was trying to make it as simple as possible to his disciples and to everybody that was there. So the next time you're meant to think on your feet, T, do what? Take a pause. H, highlights the core idea. I, illustrate quickly. And let's go to N. N, navigate back to message. Now, you've taken a pause. You've highlighted main idea. You've illustrated with a picture with analogies. Navigate yourself back to message. Avoid drifting far. Don't chase rabbit trails. That's what most professionals do. Every sentence must lead back to your key point. If you've been listening, you see how I keep going back to the fact that all I'm talking about is how to make you think on your feet. I'm doing it intentionally. I'm trying to navigate back to the message because we can easily stray. So every sentence, make sure it's leading us back to the key points. For example, a manager explains a project but wanders into 3 unrelated ideas or updates. Oh, how the email system is now faulty, how there was traffic on the way, how his family is having crisis. Come on now, Mr. Manager, sir, explain to us the project. Stop wandering away. Because when this happens, your audience misses the main action step. So understand that you, Mr. Manager, you were not prepared for this speech. But sir, this is what I'm giving you the think framework. And navigate back to message. Stay focused on the message. This one happens to mostly coaches or mentors or even preachers or people who want to give counsel. They are mostly guilty of this. Most times they easily drift away from the core message. They are easily, over and above the core message or what it is that people came to listen to them to hear. So do not drift. Try to come back to the main message. Bring yourself back. That's why we say navigate back. Navigate back because you can actually navigate far away from it. So come back home, sir. Come back home, sir. And we will be glad to have you back home. All right, let's go. K, keep it crisp. Keep it crisp. End with a clean, clear conclusion. You've done a good job, right? You were able to take a pause, you were able to highlight the main ideas, you were able to illustrate quickly, you were able to navigate yourself back. Now, you are almost done with this speech. What you want to do is to keep it crisp. See, your closing is important. Like the big book puts it, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So as much as you had a good speech from the beginning, how you close will determine how much your audience will remember you. So it's not just about how you begin alone. It's about also how you end. End with a clean, clear conclusion. What you want them to live with. The decisions, the step you want them to take. Leave no room for confusion. Only conviction. Imagine a young professional named Ada. Ada is brilliant, she's a strategist, but at meetings, she struggles to articulate. And then boom, one day the CEO asks Ada, what's your take on the market shift? Ada freezes, loses her chance. She doesn't know what to do. And this is the smart Ada that we all know in the office. Now imagine this same Ada joins the smart speaking course. Imagine that she joins us. She learns the think framework. She learns everything that the class has for 30 days. A month later, in a major pitch meeting, CEO says, what's our edge over competitors? Ada stands up confidently, takes a pause. 3 things: speed, service, and strategy. Illustrates each of these points with a sharp one-liner, and she ends clean. Guess what? CEO will nod, board will approve, and Ada will get promoted. Don't you want to be like Ada? I know you want Ada's testimony. Simple. Put in the comment section smart, and we'll be able to give you access to this smart speaking course. You need to be in this course. Do you know why? 78% of professionals complain that articulation skills impact promotion opportunities more than technical skills. This is the reason it's a pain point for me when I see that professionals are struggling to speak. Because most times these are technical gurus. These are experts in their own right. These are senior men in their own field. However, speech issues, the lack of ability to articulate their thoughts every time they have to speak is hampering their process. It's leaving a huge impact on their promotion and on the opportunities, the doors that will be open for them. See, speaking is the major determinant for leadership, not your technical skills. Not your technical skills. Sadly, yeah, that's the truth. Have you seen where they picked? This happens almost all the time. I've been in the professional space for over 10 years. So I know. Most times they keep picking the person who is the most articulated in speech. We have a business speech. Go and call Mrs. Bankole. Mrs. Bankole will be able to give the speech well. We have a little dinner and we need someone to just do small MC compare for us. Mrs. Bankole. The CEO is having a meeting with his market competitors and he needs somebody that can rep him very well. Mrs. Bankole. The CEO's wife needs to open a new branch of their business in her village. And she needs someone who can help her anchor like Mrs. Bankole. CEO is now 75 years old. And CEO needs someone who can help him hold the fort in the company while his son comes back from his master's degree in Harvard. Who would the CEO call? Mrs. Bankole. So the articulation in your speech is a major determinant. Research has shown over and over again that people will be chosen for promotion and opportunities because of how they speak, more than because of the technicality of their skill. Over and over again. So you do not want to take that risk. Your speech will determine a lot again and again. It's a determining factor. It's not something you gamble or think it's something I do. Is it something I want to do or not? It's something you need to do. You need to work on how you speak. Because 61% of high-performing executives attribute their career growth to the ability to think and speak on their feet. A professional who watched one of our videos on YouTube went for an interview for a managerial role. Guess what? She sent me a message. She said, I got the role. I got the job. And she said, all I needed to prepare for the interview was your YouTube channel. Like she sent us, she got a number from my profile on YouTube and sent me a DM. So how you will be seen, the kind of career growth you experience in your business will be dependent on your ability to think and speak on your feet. Hit the subscribe button. This is a channel where you should binge on every day. Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. we're live. Saturdays at 7 p.m. we go live. So hit the subscribe button because you keep getting value each time you come here. Now let's talk about quickly the 3 hows to speak smartly on your feet. The 3 proven hows. We've looked at the clock covers today, right? So we've looked at all the blockers. I gave you 6 blockers and 6 ways to fix it. And we've learned how to think on our feet. But the question is, how do you consistently speak in a way that is quick, clear, and compelling without sounding forced? So I'll be giving you 3 proven hows to do this. Are you ready? Hit the subscribe button and I'll share it with you. Share this live with someone that should be here and I will share it with you. I want to see this live being shared. I want to see you hit the subscribe button as well. T4, thanks. All right, here are 3 proven hows of smart speaking. How number 1, structure speaks before you do. When your thoughts are structured, your words follow suit. Let me paint this for you. Imagine that 2 consultants are giving the same product update. Just imagine. Consultant A goes, rambles for about 5 minutes here and there. Before I give you what consultant B says, hit the subscribe button. Share this live with someone. Thank you. Consultant B steps up to the stage and goes, update in 3 parts: progress, challenges, next steps. And then continues to deliver the speech. Let me know in the comment section. Which of these consultants inspire trust for you? Which of them? Consultant A or consultant B? Which of them? Let me know in the comment section. A or B? A comes out and just rambles and is everywhere. B comes out and says, I'll be giving you the update in 3 parts: progress, challenges, and next steps. Which is the preferred consultant that is speaking to inspire trust? Of course, consultant B. Thank you. Thank you. Now, thinking of speaking as packing luggage for a flight. That's how I'm seeing speaking right now. And I want you to think of it in that way as well. Just think of it that way. Think of speaking as packing luggage for a flight. Have you hit the subscribe button, by the way? Hit it, hit it, hit it. Share this live with someone. I'm about to share something insightful right now. Every time you think of speaking, look at it like you are trying to pack a luggage for a flight. If your suitcase is messy, airport security takes over. You are carrying maybe drugs, hard chemicals, things that you know that the airport will not accept. The whole airport security process will just be too long for you. But if it's organized, you pass through with ease. The truth is that airport security will be there. They will be there, they will do their job. But for the lady who has just one small trolley bag with well packed and nothing incriminating, and for the one who refused to pack up well and has all kinds of unwanted things, airport security will meet everybody. But the truth is that it is dependent on how your luggage is packed and the content of your luggage. Audience retains 65% more when your information is delivered in a structured framework. Have you seen how today's life has been given to you? First of all, it began with an introduction. Next, I talked about the 6 blockers of articulation in speech and 6 ways to fix it. Then I gave you the think framework, and now I'm giving you 3 hows. Can you see structure right there? With structure, I have already increased your attention and your retention by 65%. This is the reason you will come back tomorrow by 7 p.m. Because you know that whatever it is that I want to talk about, you will see structure beyond content. So the first how to give a speech that is smart and well articulated is structure your speech. Pack your luggage well before you get to the airport. Don't get to the airport and say this airport security, they are just too much. No. No. Hey, hi, Holly. I see you. Oh, so good to have you here. Hit the subscribe button. Share this live with someone. I'm talking about how to give articulated speech. And yes, I've mentioned the 6 blockers that hold professionals from giving articulated speech. And I gave you 6 ways to fix it. And then I also talked about the THINK framework. THINK. I use that acronym to talk about how to think on your feet. This is one of the struggles that professionals struggle with, right? And now we're talking about the 3 hows to speak smartly every time you're meant to speak on your feet. And how number 1 is where we are now. How number 1 says structure your speech. Take your speech like you are packing luggage for a trip. Okay? If it's well packed, if it has the right content, airport security check will be easier and your trip will be smoother. How number 2, verbal velocity. Verbal velocity. Let's talk about the science of verbal velocity. Let me come closer. I don't want you to see it like, that's sounding so technical. No. See, it's not just what you say, it's how fast you serve it. During a tech talk rehearsal, a speaker rushed through her opening in 90 seconds. And I had to ask her to slow down by 20%. She did. Audience comprehension jumped by 42%. And this was measured by feedback forms. So let me give you a practical cue, right? Smart speaking uses time pacing. Verbal velocity. Velocity has to do with speed. Oh, I can see the comment section. Oh, wow. Ahunti, really? Nice. You've been here? Oh, nice. Good. I love the feedback. So you have the THINK framework. Ahunti, let me see you in the smart speaking course. Send me a DM after now. You get a discount for joining the smart speaking course. Yes, for paying this huge attention and being here. Hit the subscribe button, everybody. Share this live with someone that needs to be here. Yeah. Okay, we're talking about the 3 hows to speak smartly, even though you have to think on your feet. And I mentioned how number 1. I said how number 1 is to do what? Structure your speech. Pack your bag for the trip. So the same way, pack your speech. Yep, structure it well. How number 2 is about verbal velocity. I've been speaking for the past 47 minutes. But guess what? I'm not too fast that you are lost, and I'm not too slow that you are bored. So you want to pay attention to the verbal velocity. Use the gear system. And the gear system is into 4, and I'll just give you really quickly. Gear number 1, open with calm confidence. How many of you were here when I began? You're welcome, Ahunti. Yeah, I'm glad to do it. Mondays to Friday, 1 p.m. I'm here. Yes, I'm getting some thank yous in the chat box. Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. We're here. Saturdays at 7 p.m. We're here. Tomorrow we're here again for 7 p.m. just to give you value. Because my greatest desire is to help business professionals master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Yep. Gear number 1, open with calm confidence. Gear number 2, accelerate as you explain. So build the speed over time. Have you hit the subscribe button? Share this live with someone that should be here. Gear number 3, cruise on key points. Gear number 4, drop back for impact statements. So it's like David, even when he was facing Goliath, he didn't rush. He spoke his confidence in God clearly, then delivered action with precision. I know, by the way, I always use this analogy of David because I say that what brought the head of Goliath down wasn't the stone and the sling. It was David's speech. Quote me. It was David's speech. David was a smart speaker. As one of my greatest smart speakers that ever lived in the Bible. Such a smart speaker. Let's go to how number 3. Yes, I'm loud about it. I'm unapologetic about it. Okay. How number 1, I've mentioned structure. How number 2, I've mentioned verbal velocity. Now, how number 3, compelling delivery through emotional edge. C, Don't give information without emotion. Don't. Humans are highly emotional. Do not take it enough. Do not say it is too much. Hit the subscribe button. Let me explain to you what it means to give delivery through emotional edge. Share this live with someone, call them closer, let them join this conversation. See, write this down. Take a pen and a journal, write this down. Don't tell it to anybody, just keep it to yourself. Logic informs, emotion transforms. Say this again and again to yourself. You know, as professionals, we have the information, we have the logic, we want to come and let everybody know that we're such logical beings here. But guess what? The transformation you need from your audience will come from emotions, not logic. Not logic. Not logic. Imagine two startup founders pitch investors. One shares spreadsheets, metric, and charts. The other shares numbers, plus a personal story of why the product matters. Guess who gets funding? The storyteller. I'm giving you so much value today, and I know. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Share this live with someone that should hear. Now, let me say this to you, right? 2.5 times more emotion will beat information. People are 2.5 times more likely to act when information is tied to emotion. Do you know that there's nothing on this earth that would have made that adulterous woman to be saved? Even though Jesus was there. Nothing. Nothing on this earth. That woman would have been stoned to death. Harassed. Like the men with their stones would have killed her. Jesus knew that, see, this is not time for logic. These guys are not even ready to listen to you and your logic. They are not ready. And he needed transformation. He needed something to hit them out of that place. And it wasn't going to be by stones. Because the numbers are more than him. It's just him that's there and the lady. The crowd is much. Even though his disciples appear or they happen to be somewhere looking around, they would win the race. I mean, the men that caught that woman. Do you know why I think so? Do you know what it takes to follow someone, monitor the person, get the woman alone? The man was not caught. They say she's an adulterous woman, but she was the only one that was carried. But do you know what Jesus did? He had to mix emotions with information. So guess what he did? If you've never committed anything, be the first to cast a stone. That is emotionally powered information. Highly emotionally powered. And because humans are 2.5 times more likely to act when information is tied to emotion, they drop their stones one after the other, from the highest to the lowest. They left that scene transformed. Yes. You know why I think so? It takes transformation to drop a stone you're already prepared to kill a man with. Something happened to them. So I understand that you have a lot of logic, information you want to give to the world. Calm down. Mix it with emotion. These and more is what we'll be teaching you at the Smart Speaking course. How to be the emotional guy. Not the one who's coming to stage to cry. No. It's about the one who is able to have a grasp of emotion here and there and then blend it. With these three hows, every time you're meant to think on your feet, you speak smartly. How number one, let me know what it is. Structure, right? Always structure. Pack your speech well. How number two, compelling delivery through emotional edge. How number three, verbal velocity. Using the 5 gears that I mentioned. Gear number one, open with calm confidence. Gear number two, accelerate as you explain. Gear number three, cruise on key points. Gear number four, drop back for impact statements. With these three hows, every time you give a speech, even though you are meant to think on your feet, you will not just give an articulated speech, but it will be a smart speech. Even though you're an introverted person, you dread public hearings. See, when you join the smart speaking course, you will be able to unlock it. Even with the 3 hours I've shared today, you've known that, oh, this coach is good with what she's doing. She knows it. So in your next case, if you're a lawyer and you're afraid of speaking, you will give structured argument. You'll be able to control your verbal pace. You'll be able to lace it with close that is powerful, with a powerful story about justice. And guess what? The judge, everybody there will be moved. The courtroom engaged. You would have won your case as well. Guess what? You get featured in a national law review, yeah? Now you see, smart speaking isn't talent, it's a technique. It's learned. It's a technique. It's refined, it's practiced, it's systemized. I be leaving you with this thought, okay? Smart speaking is not about words, it's about weight. The weight of your clarity, the weight of your confidence, the weight of your connection to the room. This is why the smart speaking course is about 3 layers: confidence, communication, commanding the room. Smart speaking is the hidden lever of influence. The influence you desire in your workspace, the influence you desire from the world. See the way people come to join our live sessions and they're like, Coach, you're giving so much value. People feel that I'm giving too much for free. Why? Smart speaking. It's a lever of influence. It's how we influence the world. It's how you can influence your world. When you know how to sharpen your tongue, when you know how to give smart speeches. So you want to actually hit the subscribe button at this point. Share this live with someone that should be here. And I can assure you that tomorrow 7 p.m. we'll be talking about something more interesting. Lock your time, set your timer, invite someone to join tomorrow at 7 p.m. We will be live here on YouTube as well. Okay? 61% of professionals, in fact, professionals all over the world believe that strong communication has the biggest impact on career growth, even more than technical skills. So do not just rely on your technical skills alone. No. I remember one of our clients, Amaka. She was a financial analyst, brilliant with numbers, but when she was asked to present insights to the board, her hands would shake all the time. Her voice would tremble all the time. Ideas would be lost in delivery. But Amaka took the smart speaking course. She practiced her framework. She mastered our 3 T's. That's our 3T core framework of the smart speaking course. Tank, tap, talk, flow. Leave it. When you come into the course, you understand it. Don't bother. Hit the subscribe button, send me a DM, come and join the smart speaking course, right? Send us, use the number on our profile, you'll be able to reach us, okay? But guess what? 3 months later, Amaka presented to the same board. This time, it was different. She didn't just explain numbers. Amaka told the story behind the numbers. Amaka was clear, she was confident, she was compelling. Most importantly, she left the room with a promotion and a seat at the table. Do you know that when we say that, seeth thou a man diligent, he will stand before kings, right? I hope you understand that kings understand and they see you when they hear what's in your head. They measure you and accept or consider you to be someone who should be around them by what you say and how you say what it is that you say. So, like the proverb said in Proverbs 25 verse 11, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver. Smart speaking helps you craft fitly spoken words, words that open doors, shift rooms, and create results. This is me inviting you to join the Smart Speaking course. Now, I know that many of you felt that pull today. That pull that says, I can't afford to keep speaking at my current level. That voice that's telling you that you should sharpen your speaking skill. The first thing you want to do to respond to that voice is to hit the subscribe button, Share this live with someone that is also in the struggle with you so you can help someone out there. Then, here is your chance to change that. End that circle of the fear of speaking in public, the fear of speaking and thinking on your feet. End it today. Here is your chance to change that. Join the Smart Speaking course. In about 8 days, team, 9 days, in about 8 to 9 days, you'll be able to get into that class. And it's going to be 30 days of 100% virtual class. If you got value and you've been getting value from my live sessions, then you can imagine what the Smart Speaking course will be about. So here is your chance. Join the Smart Speaking course. This is where you will not just learn to speak alone, you will learn to speak smart. Click the link in the bio here on our YouTube profile, and you'll be able to get that course. Or just send us a DM with our number or any of our platforms, the Smart Speakers Academy, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just send us a DM. I'm ready. And your next level is one decision away. Do not miss the chance to transform you from silent to smart speaker. Let me see you in class. And most importantly, set your calendar for 7 p.m. tomorrow. I'll see you again for the Smart Speaking Short Break series. Share this live with someone who needs to be here. Hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all social media platforms. The Smart Speakers Academy, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We keep sharing with you daily tips that can unlock the smart speaker in you. Thank you for joining this live today. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. This is the Smart World.